So once we've took the table off, we want to bring the mechanism up, or the blade, into the up position that allow us to take the tension off the belts themselves. But obviously we're bringing it up so that we don't graze his knuckles or get caught out that way. So the rise and falls at the front, you just bring that up, and all we're going to do is bring that to a height that allows us to get the Allen key in, make it nice and accessible. So once we've done that, we can take the tension off the belts. We're just going to carry on continuing turning clockwise. If you're changing your belts, usually it's because they're worn or you've had one damaged. The easiest option would be to cut them off. Obviously these are in good condition, we don't want to waste them. So what we found is a good way, or a good tip to get these off. You can use a bit of rope or some string, anything like that, and just loop it round and through. That allows you then to draw it over. You're not going to get your fingers trapped then as you're doing that, and that'll allow you to take the belts off. What we just want to mention is we've put the crown guard back on. Obviously it was removed before we removed the table. We'll just put the crown guard back on to stop us catching his hand on the blade. Obviously if you wish, you can remove the blade before you change the belt, just for safety reasons. So we've got the first belt off, as we showed you earlier. So when we come to take the second one off, similar procedure. Put the tie wrap round, pull that towards you before you roll it across, and that'll actually take the belt over to the second pulley. Pull that out of the way, then we're just going to roll the belt onto the second pulley down below, which will get it slack again, before we just repeat the procedure to roll this one off. There you go, both belts removed. What we need to do then is just drop the motor back down, which will just free enough gap to take the belts off from underneath. So we draw them out. There we have two new belts. So let's have a look how we're going to put them back on. So now we're going to put the new belts back on. So if we take them both, put them underneath and hang them on the bottom pulley. But what we want to do is take one past the pulley and one onto the inside. So we've got the two belts and a free pulley then. Then we can bring the motor back up, which is going to stop the belts falling off or down while we're working from above. So now what we can do is we can bring the first pulley up, the first belt up, put it on the bottom pulley and roll it onto the first one. When we've done that, we can roll it onto the back pulley before again rolling it to the back pulley on the machine. First one in position. Because of the way we've done it, the second belt is nearly in position now, so we can push that up, bring that up. It's located onto the bottom pulley, and again we can just roll the shaft over and get them both in position. After doing that, what we're going to do then is put the Allen key back in and just put the tension back onto the belts, by this time turning the opposite way, anti-clockwise. And every couple of turns just have a feel at the tension. What we're looking for is a bit of bite on the belt, but not over tight. I mentioned on a few things when we're tightening belts up, you want about a 1/4 inch movement in the centre. So once we've got the tension on the belt, we can remove the Allen key, remove the crown guard and look at putting the table back on.